Africa na kotoko jina no na wo matches ni bi akoye outstanding anu nti ana anhyehyɛ pro so kotoko kwa kopiem wo campaign AAK the second sports arena ho ena kotoko atua basket holy stars eno mudi ahwim na menka wo se no miensa brem ena sa game no eba so referee Dr. Imoru Osman ena beye center referee na mekao sa ene 20 50 100 cities ena basket holy stars g ewo gate 20 50 100 cities ena omo g ewo gate a yede won hye no ede ema wo na yenkotie Rashid Musa ena ye assistant coach ede ma basket holy stars yentie ensam kakra wafa ede aka game no ho wogiri yesa approach bia omuri ko game fufuro bia mu no eno abi ena ne omude bakotoko die no mu.
We approach it like we have been approaching the last 3 matches that we played, because we played well against the BNE Gold Stars, Vision and Karela United, even though we didn't have all the 9 points that we were looking for. But we still have to approach it like the last 3 matches, how we approach it, and then we see what happens after 90 minutes on Wednesday. We still have to appreciate them because we love them, like they have been coming in their numbers to support us. So we still have to promise them that we'll give them all the 3 points that they are looking for. Even though the last home game we disappointed them, we didn't give them the 3 points. 1 point against Vision FC wasn't enough for them.
And it's Africa, na kotoko jina no, na wa matches ni bi akoye outstanding. 64, yanketni Secondary Rose Park. Rose Park Academy umanka sanketu adano ene neno nsia brem omonso adi ehwim ewo takwa TNA Park sa game ni 6 pm dia kan nyina no 3 pm ye benya Boga Soccer Masters woni Yape FC no miensa brem ewo Ket Years Okreku Technical Center ho ena sa game no ebetumi atodwa TF Exponential no miensa brem ebo RTU ewo Makoy Alfretef no eso Aduana FC ani bechem kase wom ena ya hwe animu se Osajibu Park ewo Doma sa game no miensa brem ebetumi abaso ye benya UCC Youngsters no miensa wo bo Swedro All Blast na ne kwakwa no yenya Kawela United ono nso no miensa hostu wa Power SC ewo sa game no mu ewo Aliu Mama Sports Stadium wey MTN FA Cup run of 64 was obia enwobia match kase ba ko wo mu no menka wo se Kwabena Emisa ana ye head coach adima Bechem United and was say edda Bechem fans na come so papa to make sure say ena we menya good results
and match we are edda Bechem for akuma so pa because big match na ko share Facebook where mantemu no muti share this time round no say so sure say e be bring am be free all aba no so printing cry sure we free them say be them say beba na beba na everyone say the DJ na beba be cheap no match be a match FA Cup for a match league match is a match the maybe is some corrections we na correct here na performance na baso
Kwabena Emisa ena Martin Nkano na woni ne player the din ene Benjamin Asiadu ena
to nonkro abo apound sima adwonum according to our time yema yenahwefo ene yenetiefo nyina kwaba eha eye Oyerepa 100.7 FM eye live ewo Oyerepa TV no so emre be se so a eye na eye agudie wonsem a yatunu din today's post ena yete eba yebasore so a na premu ato ni asori ama dwumadie ho no etimi ato so ena no pay enkofum krosu nsem ene afisem ene akaboma yede esumwo Mr. Eugene Adu Poku striker head of sports for Promise Media atrasi nemum don't forget say show no live ewo Oyerepa Radio on Facebook Oyerepa Radio on Facebook and afe new baby no Oyerepa TV Ghana Oyerepa TV Ghana ehonyina show no eta boss player good morning
baba bibia boko de enyoma ekoso kama abrabo
boko de Esteva oyiye die ase wama lamino manfo say hype dodo still talent we are see obi kra say eno bia na mehwebo no obi say na say lamino ama we bibini and we Brazil ni nti de we ye nyanwa I'm saying okay na me steady I feel me steady
ne kura ne say
e kura ne say dia akoda ne ye ne de an say ota kan sem bi wi ase nkofo bo wa
Baba Isa
omo PRO
Baba Isa
omo kasa mo
Baba Isa
boss
Lami Yama nye bo ba ko ye bo ne nura ne de be chese Lami Yama o ya de na wonya de
o sha big team bi on team mo
wabo European Cup agi European Cup wabo Champions League games
last season o carry
nyabotre omo ni Inter Milan kro mo lusu ye no yehwe bi wabo El Clasico games nye ba ko wabo dodo a esele na Ronaldo ni Messi kro so mo bo games o mo ntimi amo
boss nyabotre ma kra
aha mamomfa sa ade ne ma yes Enra Estabawo ya ade ye bona baso o ya ade but onu Lami Yama
he's scoring in the national team
Baba Isa
boss we were 18 years we were 18 years ba say Lami de na extra
jai
we go say Brazil
jai
sa flame ye de
Lami Yama no Real Madrid da kam ye nya so
Lami Yama we bi ni o
jai afi etwa mu no Ballon d'Or na di second wo ana woni
by a certain small akrabi nso abai
friend monfa mo yisem no ntonche sa na be Master Antoine is it one Master Antoine da okay enti ye to aso Baba Isa ayifa wo ayi Master Antoine nsem na
wa higher pa because now festival we wo munya
abere waja Master Antoine
Calafat no higher
ye two for wunti
wa higher
yema obibia kwa aba ahayo Oyerepa 100.7 dwumade ni din Today Sports se Baba Isa de tudwa no dumienu ni asore so na dumienu kasebo aba beto so de amaye dwumade ne koso no usu betimi do contribution aba ewa abra ode fa eye Oyerepa Radio ewo Facebook Oyerepa Radio ewo Facebook anase Oyerepa Radio ewo eye YouTube SMS anasa WhatsApp so betimi do messages afa ho number no 0241915555 0241915555 enra UEFA Champions League games ekoso kese na ewom ekoso ewo the Stamford Bridge ewo UK na game ne ba na wie no na Chelsea atia Barcelona show mo kamiensa Barcelona entimi ante ekanmu bi honsem sports lab Baba Isa ede ebetu dwa kukurela ese wo tro ni din nkakran say ye can left backs no more game ni ma yemfa yani enko kukurela ho enra utumi se Barcelona no manu ho oni so no Barcelona player ena omuja na kwan
only one player bi na
ekofa abranti Brazil ni efe ni junior fipro
junior fairpo
say no ono wote Betis onye bi kura mo kukurela sesei enei boy bonus asisum premprem se uyi 3 for miensa odi kukurela ebeka ho enura ona yire Lami Yama basafo entimi hu game no so honsem wa ha ayede ebetudua other games so etimi ekos wo UEFA Champions League ni mo Manchester City omotena fie ema Bayer 04 Leverkusen ekosho mo ekamienu amo entimi ante ni nyina no sports lawyer aboabo no de eba ene UEFA Champions League ebeto aso the big game ebekoso ewa bra Arsenal omo ne Bayern Munich the ACNA obetimi akase the two most informed teams in Europe and the ACNA ewo Emirates na game ne baso nti ene anwumre say no nwotwe 8 p.m. pepepe na Bayern Munich omo ene Arsenal de ACN nso game a emu ebeye den papa other games ewo Inter Milan omo ne Atletico Madrid so edibesi ni games ahodo aka ewo UEFA Champions League ni nyina no sports lawyer aboabo no a ode ebre na no pay ewo Today Sports jumadi ni so me say ubetimi do adwen kiraba
asa nso mde wo ho
ai
team no Osimhen okoba bia oni wa na ade
ai se Galatasaray no sa you for no Jelois for no mama under it mo oni say Brighton for second team no aha enti eno so ho nsem e wo ye ba fia Kumasi Asante Kodoko ene omobo mo outstanding league game so mo wia na Ghana Premier League no ubia abo 11 games Asante Kodoko ene eye suru koda anase de no mo be baseke Holy Stars I'm say na o check here na say
23
is it 23 mo da ho
head to head
way
o say league dey use head to head
yeah you use head to head
So okay.
Yenya news
but
head
goes
to
second call plus.
Yenya news head to head.
7 or
Nti twen head to head ne do head beba.
okay.
Sabe di yenya news head to head. Baseke Holy Stars so mo ebe stop Asante Kotoko. Season wey enya de Asante Kotoko mo lose game bia. Nti ne no miensa ewo eye enyinase Baseke Holy Stars ene Asante Kotoko besie ne hunsem wo ha ye de ebetu edwa owura Ket ESO Kraku ono ena Ghana football da no ode nsem bi atudwa de afa eye officiating o the Ghana Premier League no e wa ha ye bedi eho enkomo afi coach anidin de Kobna Emisa aha mia menu apanyini Kobna Emisa so no ne coach Bechem United okoye ne nyoma start ekoye ewo Bechem ono so de nsem atudwa ewo eye omo MTN FA Cup game omo ene eye Aduana Stars di ebesie nin saso ena eye opanyina oda eye agudia no ewo Ghana ha Sports and Recreation owura eye Kofi Idi Adams ene Ministerial Advisory Board omo ene eba behwe na Ghana yen sports omo hyehye nyoma ama bibia atimi akoso kama na emu no ena media me see the greatest ever Ghanaian footballer Abedi Ayu Pele ye de no ahyemu bi eno so ho ensem wo ha a ebedi eho enkomo ne nsem ahodo a kane nyina no obenya e wo dwumadi so wa bra o kan ye ho efisa break kopim se eye dumienu ebebo a ye be sori so medical de atugya se o messages ahodo obetimi e de aba number no ye 0241915555 team of producers no eye Samuel K Mensa sa so ena Solomon Kata Sheka Visa omunyina eka ho bi eno maboabo ansem na no a yatena se anopai ewo eye Oyerepa 100.7 wo hwe on TV Oyerepa TV e de agudie mu nsem e de ebremo yedamase se odi wafidie na atoa sports lawyer
Boss
e de ewura amonone yenkwa amonone yenkwa amonone
I said ne midfield bi
yenkwa amonone
bunu team mi ne kotoko
yenkwa amonone
enti anopai
that lamte eso start kasa efa boboko amudin de 11 wonders ene omama ne hunu ene sema hodo a ekoso ho no odate ene didom share season ase o start kasa efa ho amafo bebre do ma no atum se nkebeya ka the Ghana Football Association mo intervene animanim ya na omuntu omonan ensiso no mo hwe no mo solve problem eno amedidi nkomo wo ho say afenunu mienu nyina no obia wo different stories
sigano mo
obia wo different story ti almost akatua na mans no mo kanente sao ba players nso si edo mo kapa enti hwan ene ka no kure ni nyina no yatena se ewo dwumadi so ede ebebrem sports lawyer ede ewura no ne na afi ensema wo ho no ode aguo ede amaye ti baba ma memfa we enyo tata na afi fa ewura nkofo nkroso na de wo nyina no hwiguo anopai efa emaye
ko na infa na wutie
Mitie Oyerepa 100.7 e wona e current enti for video no koto
all right inti yeren ko fun close sem etwaso live on Oyerepa TV live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM and paying some doso de disa fatasa oche na utie ana yede ema wadwuma ko bia dama ana anopay amodeme esia konko a medin ko fun close sem no esum anopay na high sense say minfanto anim 2025 TBC High Sense Black Friday promo enti ene wabuam watete niama no so esanse Black Friday enti watete so na promo we 27th November to 29th November enche kra enti Koto High Sense product bia ope ewo omusho room so okwa obanse papa nom eho enewo omo smart energy efficiency machines ewo ho and after long lasting durability eche edi emao and after esan ebwan hwenyina mu kanea no bebre 5-year manufacturer defect warranty unyam 3-day bonanza betobi ewo High Sense omansuye affordable durable and after guaranteed enti obeko enkrapumprimantamu ho tudu La Paz Barcelona na afi obekuma senso a yewo branches bebre ewo hasenom yeself UEFA Champions League num na Chelsea fans rocked Barca fans shocked enti enra babia yes supporti na omo ehwe Barca and afe Chelsea after the game fans no na yete atu screens no so a unhwe bi ene anope ultimu se na Chelsea fans no after the game enije etimi abana Barca fans no de sie no omo adwire omo kakra eno so na ejina na media to anim se Ayas etifie Benfica Jose ekoshemienu am Ayas entimi ante Galatasaray Sport Club etifie Saint Union Girossi eshomo ekabako amantimi ante Bodo Glimt eshomienum antentam Juventus ebon eka miensam afe Dortmund eshe enai Villarreal entimi antimi Chelsea eshe miensam ema Barcelona entimi ansimu ajay Man City etifie ema Leverkusen ekonom na kamienu a ono nsom entimi ante ekalmo bie Olympic de Marseille eshe bakom ema Newcastle United ete ekalmo bako Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the second half and onya 2 goals nina ete ema Olympic de Marseille Napoli etrafie our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium eshemienum Qarabağ entimi ante ekermbe Slavia Prague etifie one Bilbao obian football anto niyan kwatra enem Pofos and Monaco and eti ebeni FC Copenhagen and Karat Almaty eti eboso Arsenal ebetrafie ewo Emirates Stadium one Bayern Munich and eti ebeni Liverpool ebom PSV Eindhoven, that is Philips Sports Vendroven Eindhoven, Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham Spurs and eti ebeni nafe wenya Olympiacos Real Madrid Atletico de Madrid Inter Milan Entran Frankfurt Atalanta Sporting Lisbon Club Brugge way and matches are and betima to get doing something atu anim and anopay na Hans Flick or say Ukrainian first yellow card Ronald Araujo enya no ono de wahu number second tackle na okoenom na ehu ehia he could have done better na ni kwase okosa tackle no Thierry Henry ono de a football legend no born wa Bobby and why niema bebre ewo game no on Estevao and no say akodano enra openti babia maza yise bia one game ni bi so hu party a utum sakodano bibia in the game oh yeah enti ema Chelsea na Chelsea team no one play officer enra ne motebom enso asuani aye Enzo Fernandez or say on it Moises Caicedo the start of the game na Moises Caicedo press na so entina eduba bia na olusubo ne ntentem enti coach ne hu no ma Enzo Fernandez beka no ho ono de ojibo na oye comfortable was no and a wicked magic for Chelsea and your Thierry Henry this summer or the one Garcia or sin Ukraine na complicated match na edne or sit Chelsea said you must see Pierre Boniface and the moment for the in the game no was until I'm considering the na game no obia to be share emano ye and press start game no best 4th 3rd minute omunya chance na was enka omutimi take the lead omuso nya moment in the game sa moment no na I was womutimi emeki na Enzo Maresca oyetrene ema Chelsea on William Estevao and on say akodano obakampa as a titefona Womobobonom oso ofisa Brazil legends not to know for pa or say onyo bia or pay attention more social media onyo bia debia be so kutano phone and ajukra na onyenya so onyesa concentration ewo ho and to expect more if he Estevao ho and Enzo Maresca manager Emma team na Estevao on his contribution and na dia oye and the etia Barca and on say oh ono de fans said you obedu Chelsea not Chelsea fans and for the gonom always he want to do more. And now game the ref in the point ya. Omo dia to machi dia omo dream is here. A Sunday game omo Arsenal ebe bom mentality of Estevao. And no Estevao means some ɔte atu dwam ɛnɛ anɔpɛi na wotawani kɔpiabom ɛwɔ Maraska suya a ɔse the next 48 hours mansa ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo switch all the attention to Nyankopɔn wa Sunday game a ɔmo bɛbɔ wei ayɛ history ɛnura ɛne yɛ nsɛm a manager na ɛde ato dwam ɛna anɔpɛi Wayne Rooney ɔde nsɛm ato dwam afa Enzo Maraska ho ɔse no kranie manager and manage the team ye a coin of fossil and manage Chelsea or manage omuye do baby or say a summer sea ball or bente a bomb or says a Pedro Neto or pretty if the right wing wa a boy Chelsea no officer and play their dear William Estevao ASCRM Masa said ya Oko Bansa Laminia ma deep position be a bossum I was at Chelsea sa right wing honum and so a year William Estevao dia and you Wayne Rooney Ninsama ati etujam and no pay Jean-Franco Zola and so I can say I say I do emra I was say William Estevao starting games or kama Enzo Maraskate say debia kodano elborum na sa kukudro confidence no eba enti debia amani nyinam na onye tumam emfa ema team nom now memra na yentie nsemu a coaches nom any players no ade two jam Estevao and Yama enra before the game na talk in down say Lamine Yama and William Estevao who is who na enra put no so did you have man or tray for bone where tray baby of four ball players who want to see from any and a panya na that na what do you say among for say besides the Enzo Maraska Lionel Messi and Ronaldo they say Estevao and Lamine Yamal Yebenya sa comparison na what do you Enzo Maraska after 3-0 against Barcelona.
The performance was very good. Has been fantastic night for the players, for the club, for the fans. For me personally, it was already a fantastic day because today is my daughter's birthday. So she asked for a present, and that is fantastic day. Yeah, no, the goal was very good. As Rafinha said, probably in the next 10-15 years, Estevao with Lamine Yamal, they're gonna be both probably the next, probably Messi and Ronaldo. But for both, they are 18. They need to enjoy. They need to, try to improve every day, and I think it's the most important thing for them. I don't know, Salah in different game against any winger, but Mark is doing very well with us since I joined the club, on the ball, off the ball. So we are very happy with him. Do you want to know what I believe? Yes. Next 48 hours rest and recovery energy because it's very demanding. Every 3 days now we have, Arsenal in 5 days, but 2 days ago we.
I'm a manager. Enzo Maraska, Nancy, say on him big matches, in terms of big matches, there on him bomb. Now Chelsea and now Oko Hanse Flick Asuya or Chelsea team no mobile 18 pa or person can the team bo to say this Chelsea is he about game no Hanse Flick.
And of course with the red card everything changed, so it's not easy against this fantastic team to come back with 10 players, so with 1 player less. So for me, we have to accept this defeat, but I'm also looking very positive for the next games. How I said before, it's not easy against this team. I think I saw also some really positive things on my team, and I'm looking also.
Na Liam Delap of the bench ebenya go match Chelsea or say Estevao no a special player into Liam Delap.
I just, we worked on, finding, breaking their high line, and, Enzo, I knew he was going to get in a position like that, and I just got to position myself where he can find me, and, I did. Yeah, incredible, he's a special player, he's just got to keep working hard, and, he can do what he wants.
And how kind of a relief to get on the score sheet for Chelsea now?
Yeah.
Now, Pep, Eddie, to just Ukraine. Accept situation the team no entime and more 3 days biana obo games on timi nya saade no ene yensema owura no editu josinti and I say do baby oye changes in the game. Pep Guardiola and Sam Enom or say 2-3 days at the BCTC akanom emwa na John Stones or say Timnom is not in good mood Ukraine officer Enra they could have done better Manfonya and a coach no amfa Ellen Haaland than started or say players or drama started no compared to Leverkusen now say amutimi tijina no many Leverkusen for them at the Ebony Tijani Reinders at the Atujam sa asi I was I wanted to my team now for Nyanko Pobwa against Leeds United I'm going to prepare now I'm going to them our Leeds United game no Julian Timber I said officer I'm gonna buy a game no a big game oh come on so prepare ye and I'm ready for the game and then and Jose Mourinho and in the Benfica and some etime atwaso ekonya am first win in the Champions League Antonio Conte osianra na Napoli ni bibia obeye danse ombetin konim na amudi the anniversary of Diego Armando Maradona the late NT now say amunya wenom now for amu dedicated victory at the Emma the late Diego Armando Maradona Arsenal the only team yet to concede in a Champions League this season. Bayern Munich meanwhile among our attacker 14 goals in 4 matches same as PSG Nema amuye last season and amugusua woma anopay na Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus they are back in training now womu training Emma Arsenal enti yerbeto screens no so and Nema amuye training grounds and Arsenal training and that's no Martin Odegaard back enti o 25 na Jens Lehmann Oye Arsenal invincible Jens Lehmann edia tuja say Arsenal and Bayern Munich game no a game of the week na officer 2 teams and pempen you say one more bomb also ete obia officer Arsenal defenders need defend here differently Arsenal bet me afa win and then Mikel Arteta or say feeling not a good ninginam and Sam ni players not training ye and anyama koye at the team still Victor Jokeras ne kai havet outer omintimi ensia kai Vincent Company on Mikel Arteta and on say Mikel Arteta super work Arsenal okay baby obefa Arsenal team no every year na edin say Arsenal ye ka Champions League semi-final and ya dadia obekoma ka home nka stage way oba Arsenal dia obi anso nanso woma Arsenal team nom the fearsome side and on no kobo so prepare and ye Vincent Company ninsema oti etujam and I'm pay Hurricane sir your first time okobo enti etia Arsenal ye enti osem etia Arsenal and conquest pressure bia wo body etia Arsenal in the Premier League days with Tottenham Spurs no say enti we nya news bia so kokosha special ne and ensma oru no enti etujam and I'm pay Bayern Munich are unbeaten in their last 21 games away from home in all competitions in year 21 games away Bayern Munich are unbeaten and the answer from our someone poor and was it we don't fear Hurricane and no Mikel Arteta will say Hurricane no or come obiate or unso Hurricane bia and yes Mikel Arteta and
I wouldn't use that word. I admire what he's done and what he continues to do and that level of consistency, especially demanding to score goals at that level with his country, with any team that has been involved, is remarkable. So big credit to him. That we are prepared. That's it. Be prepared for what is coming and then focus on ourselves. Yeah, well, what we've done in the last 4 or 5 years, and obviously the turnaround has been big, and we believe he was.
Pep at it was so sir we cannot play every 2-3 days. It will definitely be as you saw it.
Celebration 1,100. So I don't come here to celebrate. Just try to help the team to win the games, and today we didn't do it. Congratulate by Leverkusen, and we have to be here. it doesn't matter what happened, and I'll try to win the game. I'm pretty sure that it was the reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the question, of course.
Got the Gakpo and the Atuja said Liverpool. I'm dressing room or playing na nim say I was say I'm taking responsibility. Game na I'm able and the performance na I'm done a denom and yet into also I'm pleasure I'm motimbonum Madrid era vie and wo Athens emra one more ekobom and the Etia Olympiacos na yanhwe emra Madrid go to Athens and yade atu onim no Champi Alonso on Olympiacos and I say Olympiacos enye team abeka sebia ye kwetwi ate afano so ya prepare ye ya boss some 2-3 games results abano enya happy and definitely man for beka say the team no say many players maybe problem players maybe enemy problem results na ema no enti enom kikasa na issue bia anyhow between onom any player bia or a lot of respect for his players. Champi Alonso or say I was on my name it sounds like a group now dynamics of the group and for on team for injuries and excuse differently I was say team Erenem against Olympiacos and then not for against Man City team Erenem not for qualify the first 8 na Champi Alonso or preview game in SMP etuka Kwalaskelia or say Ashraf Hakimi no pra ete say obifu from Otino Everson and 9 Luis Enrique at the warning I'm a Tottenham Spurs say Masa the boys are ready and they win against a Tottenham Spurs as if in a match so a Japanese a boom say Robert Lewandowski Emra na Omesia Kane and fa emwa you don't some no e2 but sorry na Breakwaku aba and say Cristiano Ronaldo Yankopon boa 2026 FIFA World Cup no abusia obe timi astarte games ede ama Portugal nya red card man for fi so any man ban nya de say UEFA FIFA form ede ban bia atono so enti red card join qualification or 7 gamer am boy the next am share enkro no sa game no and am de ban to 1 match ban and am de man no the next games Portugal FIFA World Cup obetimi asia kan good news for Cristiano Ronaldo fans and Cristiano Ronaldo and play yegna so na yemfanko phone cross nsem no ensi Breakwaku aba na Breakwaku atranse ABA Herbal Clinic yenom edin komo sima tewa bia ba na boss player any team no etimi atwaso Breakwaku yentiwe
okay ABA Herbal Clinic and out here and anopa we wasan ati enka biem da no se ni yade ho asem ena ye ba beka de bia me ka choro se weni ye okania into de fade we hye utreme se weni ena ye okania tu tena ma okania ni duma ebe ye how ene amane e de amount into na me kan fo ABA Herbal Clinic e de amount sanse yen na so ye nya surgery bia ye nya operation bia ye ma hwe se fa so weni ne so eye indubina ne amban ko hinini abena ya yam na te se du sam ye de ma wo de kwa kofra wa aduane ena edi okoko rice water otom brown onkwan na wodi no eno na ode yen edro yi bi kwa kofra na wadi ebekọ moje ni makoye mu adwuma ebekọ tre ni makoye mu adwuma ebepepa tre ni mu afi ya pepe ni nechi na pie we ni ne so na hoto na wo pe no onsan so etumi aka ebemu we ni ne so ate wan kra bra na bepem ewe na so ye kwada so adwena se market na chi pe na ebutu kwada so adwena se market na chi pe na ebutu doma hinkro so ye ben apia ko bi cool store no Tuesday market ho na ma be hu ye ho doma hinkro ye ben apia ko bi cool store no Tuesday market ho benada dwemo no ma be bi Ebenezer preparatory school wona ho no ma na ye won friend our numbers so 0541 565199 0541 565199 and that's 0531 780 651 0531 780 651 now the ABA Herbal Clinic atwetwe enkomom mesra Saudi ne glaucoma yade na how but they can catch us glaucoma yade bia na na twi for friend say hinte fry we ye yade a ebe hintaw wadwene beba so no na afi edum eni no ye omu ahodo bebre enti obi de ebetimi aye angle closure glaucoma enti bon se ono ne de no eba emmo won kaye emma o signs and symptoms bia obetimi ade 190 20 to 30 years enti wo at the age of 20 na se onya glaucoma obetimi ade 50 to 60 and san we hu se glaucoma ne pie we eni ne so but uyo obi a ota regular check up dia on betimi asase netimi identify say pressure aba begina eni ne so eno na se nyini kɔ n'ani ma na afa ya be glaucoma iyade enti obi wo no ma o se mesore da krope ene mani ni dumye enti o de akɔhye honhom mu asɛm o se wakɔ hospital doctor ka try ne say glaucoma yade ne mo monjindi asan se eni ni edum prekope mesrew bra be pie mo ABA Herbal Clinic na no pe me ka kyerɛ wo se glaucoma yade ni su ene ne ban sa na tie sanso ana obi a obi nso de betimi aye open angle glaucoma se me kan open angle glaucoma o de na ba e bo nka ye ne mo me check akra nti bo se yade na kɔ na be ye mfie num mfie nsia e kɔ no na abro bibi a ye fra na migraine the clear migraine to bo se wuti fa ahya ase se eye wo ya to wuti fa ne dwa wo sa na afi na de dede aba begina wasom na wani no etutu ano ne ye fra the clear migraine no to me kan be pie mo ABA Herbal Clinic na yentu ase enso emfa ma ye wo enkora bi wo no mokra at the age of 4 5 6 otimi sha ase posa ne prunso na eye kokɔ nti onyinyina no abe ye beduru bebi na ya wa start she glasses obe she glasses at a very early age e dia kɔ na nimpa ano ne ye fra na congenital glaucoma no mesero to me ka be pie mo ABA Herbal Clinic na yentu ase emfa ma sanso ana ye obi mu dia ono no agi kotwa ye fra bibi blunt eye trauma I just said ya obi de nsa bo wani so trauma kakra eni na fa stress kakra mu ase ade ato wani ne so na akotwe bibi ye fra angle recession glaucoma dia ba ana ne ye fra na secondary glaucoma no to bo nsa sa glaucoma we otie ne so but ontimi mpie enti glaucoma ya de nankasa no me diga ka cho so de fa ne say ye ntini but a optic nerve a nerve da adwini mu eboa ma adwini ni eni ne di nkita o pressure begina so a na kofa glaucoma yade e de brew nti said ya obeti as nfanse ha ma ye hata niema wo so niema ne dos na ontimi pressure ne bie mu a monsa afi na ete banka kanka ebedi we bi na atekra na ontare ne bifim age wasan asan na foforo biem nti sa na glaucoma yade no etie ABA Herbal Clinic ba ye tu ase enso de amount obi de ye cataract ete ana make kan wasemi nti se uyo obi a owo ete medical catcher se o de eto ene ne so de wo eto ene ne chi wo inside and outside cataract no your friend the nuclear cataract no and then the to ene ne so pe no ana afi ye wo de eto ene ne lens na chi and then your friend the subcapsular cataract no to bon se eno no and your friend inside cataract no na eno no and they are very common one pan after cataract and as a capsular pacification to bon se nipa bebre koye surgery a na ama ebo no aba beye mo cloudiness na aba beye mo die nti eba ne saa ene se e wotire ni mu nti die wotire ni mu ne nko ya eni ne so enye free the number is na free e 0541 565199 0541 565199 and that's 0531 780 651 0531 780-651 ABA Herbal Clinic Mr. Ye Clinic yenye pharmacy and yenye drugstore obitimi boss me to edru ana me offer say mundu na ifani me yenton edru ayare sabia into ba beje wa yare sa e na so ye o diabetes so eye hypertension o stroke yade me nsa wo ye den ya wo ni yade diabetes yade nsa betina mo je mu cha ekosai wo retinal no de bia me ka chiro inti abanesa kopom tama yebetu diabetes na se no wani ne ho ntone da kopom tama hypertension ne beko na ne ntone da kopom tama stroke ne beko eni ne ntone da ABA Herbal Clinic ba ya de bo ba akokum no maami no e de amon ye tu ni nyina se e de firi wonom na wa hoto na ope no onsanso etumi aka sanso na manpower na ye adwuma brabaje de ade kwakofa ko bensu o de ne premature ejaculation o de ne erectile dysfunction na bra na chese obi de o de boss wa na we premature ejaculation obi de enso de ono ne de ne kra de bobo en starter cry mesero bra beji de ade kwakofra ko bensu ade ahoto no ebebro e man nso infections ahodo e hamo bra beji de ade kwakofra ewo na edi say candidates syphilis yeast infections ahodo nyina no ABA Herbal Clinic ye betu ase enso ede amount sanso na ABA Herbal Clinic to ase ntina hase say atwetwon siatika ho asem na making bra bepie mo na so ye na yentu ase enso enfama kwada so adwenase market na chipe na ebutu kwada so adwenase market na chipe na ebutu se uduru Santase runabout mo amubesi wa Santase runabout en ha ho nsa infaka nkoso for live beam on ma filling station kese na wo ho no ubenya eye kwada so cafe bi kachen so besi wo adwenase market another kachen so o ko be bi a Herbal Clinic na wo adwenase market na wo no oda obeba ho no mo sanso na Kate ya na edum so de bomodi and for cultural center shoka krebi ubom so mo pai agric kromo asesa cars ni bi na obefa ofa kachen so ubesi wo adwenase market ya bro tin yem plaster utwa kwada so municipal no ka krebi pe ubeduru rehab center bi wo no bebi ni fire for school nso wo no ono ni opposite na ye market no ohonom na oba enti me sure bra na be pie mo ABA Herbal Clinic domain nkonso de ye be ya pie kubi coast on Tuesday market obna dadwe mo no ma ubehu ye ewo honomo ukwada ne ya wade bia ya fogoso enti se utie me na se wo goso enne a goso ko Genesis FM Promises honoma ubehu ye wo sanso ene fie da bia ye babie ni eye adehye FM Promises wo kumasa ne doma branch ne de ye adwuma eye Mondays to Saturdays enti uba time bia no pano nti akopema nwumere no nsia ubehu ye enso ewo no je numbers na frame eye 0541 565199 0541 565199 and that's 0531 780 651 0531 780 651 now ni ABA Herbal Clinic atwetwe nkomo ABA Herbal ni ajoso senya mensa wo
right ye to aso edi amamo na ye Kingdom Herbal Center na yakoso a age ayaresa enso ewo honum ni nyina ne sei ade pi ene ya na edi nipadua no enya Kingdom Herbal Center de nomiensa ena aba adwaman so Kingdom Garlic Capsules and Bitters Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules na fe Kingdom Tremendous Capsules na Kingdom Tremendous Capsules no ma no adru eboa ema oba eye obasima Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules no eboa mema papa ewo mompamu agudie ho ena Kingdom Garlic Capsules and Bitters immune system no eho adwuma ne ba cho hypertension efro eyi akomayade efro cholesterol level ne so ede ema na ahwese arthritis any anxiety enso ebekwenu pai ubenya bi ato ewo baabi etonro ewo mamu a baabi abewra bia pharmacy chemical na eba shop ebi egu honom opedodo atua Ra Kingdom Herbal Center Okanshi Drug Lane na ekogene dodo Fra Kingdom mpanyimfo ewo 0597 298 and a 0559 761 144 Kingdom no challenger Amen Scientific Hospital the best alternative medical hospital ewo Africa bibrem ha ni nyane say oba yaso ya stroke ya de ne ye ho adwuma pa awo ho nsem ya de atena so acha ya de kwankro no oba yebetu ni nyina ase e de amount enti uba fa stroke bra fa awo ho nsem bra fa ya de kwankro e bra yaso ye de ugire machine so yi ya de ni pie na ye nu no ye de bi account ewo Amen Scientific Hospital yaso ye kuma se ye wa twema tachiman kwada so fo ase ekwan so other branches ewo Ghana eye edu enwotwe ye wo enchi boga wa bibia ni Accra takra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyane ho se hwide bi so ena afi ho ho frey na ne endi nkomo na bra ebeja yaresa 0277 00 1234 0277 00 1234 Amen Scientific Hospital number ena mede atudwa ensuo ne ye pi ena ewe adwaman so ye wa acidic water ena ye alkaline water no eye ba kope kangen energetic drinking water no ena ne pH no ewo soro onum acidic water co system ni mu a e de ohaw ena bro yade ebetu abetan ni padiem nemom bia ya alkaline ewo no eya na yade ntumi ntan no nti ena ye kanfo ase nsuo a obenom na wanya ahoto nsuo a onum ebebo organs nyina ho ban wakoma liver any kidney ho ban no eye Kangen Energic drinking water eno ni nso anopay why adwuma bre na pebia no abenom why oh ye adwuma na penso anoma ogibi no abo agubo kama dehydrate no na esan eboa system no Breman UGC Tafuni Road Abaru Junction ho nyina kwa enso no pi e wo Holizi Hotel e wo Santase Runabout Pakiki e wo stadium e na Fesuman Kwani Junction Ashtown e ho nyina enso no ye di pi akoguo Frekangen e wo 0241 44 9191 0241 449191 afi 0507 379474 na wajo Kangen insuo no ebi apomodin herbal clinic Dr. Sam osifa eniyade ne bra eye syphilis cataract glaucoma long and short sightedness no wani no aye blur who can ade ana ABC e de amawa ya apomodin herbal clinic and how they call na omaye hu adwuma e de amawa ema esum enduru nipadua no doctor so ba obemu ani no ate no asan hu ade kama doctor so ba no fa ulcer kan fa gonorrhea candidiasis waist pain and afi goiter compo fa kan blood pressure no so a oba obema na koda normal enso atumi ede amount apomode ba clinic e Kumasi Sofoli soldier for kwan so omni Assemblies of God asori no na edi anim hwe Dr. Sam e was 0551 09 8961 0551 098961 grow fine herbal tonic e mojadro onomu a obedi kama obeda kama onomu a ebeboa ama onsano na ye titriti de bia no moja na nante ye wom se de be ya onso ubenya efa ahode onsano eno nan no emu ebe tenetene kama e de ama onsori anopa na pa ahode anum grow fine mojadro ni bi oba onsabuo mu no problems be anywom say disorder so say excessive bleeding and menstruation and I say be menstrual pains onum grow fine mojadro na ebeboa ama onsabuo no ebeba jojojo edi amount missy eba kolina keba smart eba Freddy Mensa Pidank Pure Leaf and a chemical shop nearby shop across the country ubenya edroni bi na auto open do atwa ko digital eba clinic Kumasi Amakum Runabout ye Bank of Africa fraying 0244 596532 0244 596532 grow fine makes you grow fine edek SM Bitters eno ena epeja bema ene oba mwatenkemu se de be ya mo wo honoma na mo kon adodo mo ho esembedi nhyiamu bema emprepi ewo busumi ni mo ewo se ono ho kani di nhyiamu oba eye bema ne nkoa ena wo so oba ani mo nso eya wo so kwa ani mu na watenka no ebepeja edek SM Bitters epeja tinkano na eyisisiare e de free ho eyi low sperm count ewia na pam premature ejaculation said be ya mudi nhyiamu no mo ankasa mbete mo ho de na problem bia enso ema pe edek SM Bitters eto ewo herbal and chemical shop across the country edu herbal clinic and confirm by the numbers 0243 989 368 and 0201 044 221 Edek SM Bitters there and on nyame ya aduma 5th December for Fida Farmers Day the end of year mega watch night no eba Oyerepa FM ye 4/4 ya na we no Oyerepa FM TV Promise FM TV and akabuma ye the end of year mega watch night no eba software wo Oyerepa FM ne Promise FM ha nyina no ebe kan ho ne nyina ya bompaye na team no finishing wo Philippians chapter 1 verse 16 no ena ye gina so na ya bompaye entinu tie a edani dru abekan ho na nyina ye mompaye e wawrade anim se de be ya ye bewie afe no eye kwaku jesi jojo ahime be lochi Joshua Bano ene Insha Patrick wo mu nyina beba abehu ya nyom na ya hwe anim se dwumadie no enso ebe kama ye wi a ne 20th December eye memenda partners and pairs dwumadie no baso na partners and pairs dwumadie no ye shawari mu kena na ya connect singles wi a na ya celebrate love dwumadie no bekoso e Mikado Plaza a ewe dum Saturday 20th of December 2025 yeba na ya betie nyompa yeba na ya betie futu sem ne kasakire ye wi a na ya didi ye wi a na ya connect ye ho na bibia enso ayi kama Pastor Patricia Morgan Ishen Bishop Dr. Stephen Tufuo and Apostle Abraham Lamte omo ene beba be kan ho ama yetumi edin komone kama ticket a de ba dwumadie no couples 500 Ghana cedis and singles 300 Ghana cedis so ba bema dress kama boat suit and a kaftan bi wabo bow tie correct oba no aso nice dinner wear bi na ode aba me ba chop ticket ni bi ato a bra Promise Broadcasting Limited or FM TV Promise Radio TV your front desk we benya bi na wato o frɛ na wajo ticket a numbers no 0506 044 834 and 0249 725 017. Ye jira no so na ye the first batch of commercials no e dey see today's sports to aso e dey amamo live on Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa TV, and live on Facebook, Oyerepa Radio on Facebook. Obeko na oja o message ho ye be kenkan e dey ama boss.
So let's say Crespo Eddie Fufu
yeah
and a day Abba or say Barcelona are not ready to compete this season because they have lost all the big games this season. PSG, Real Madrid, and Chelsea. And no, any day Abba no. Sana uno.
Barcelona. Oh, there be any sir. On say I'm a casse. Team bianio important player bia wa adwan amane so a. On say Pedri prior no na Barca omo ko troubles mu pa.
Sir.
Hi. Me dey bia me casse Barcelona engine na nyela me amao. Pedri.
Okay.
Say no Chelsea midfield no omo fai. Omo bufa Frankie de Jong so. Eno ano no. Bibia click biem.
Se o bera kwa ba.
Bia bokom.
Enyo me ko so kama
de. Ya ba na ba.
Okay.
Ba ni se dia na se na me tiase.
E dey no yi.
Pepe bi na me de shim.
Se ba mu se yi bi tachiri.
Debi me.
E dey ka wo ye ya na de amasulu.
Me ATM card. Me fa masulu papa penyi se me maniska adan.
Oh.
Debi papa penyi se maniska. Debi obi o chemiska ni obi o obi chem no obi am no the same level dem maniska.
So we sketch
Debi ni min jemi.
Obi o chika mi chika de.
E du be go che se me ba o.
Tofu mi tofu.
Enti se ayi
na no we sha sa me ni ka o kwa
o ya
kusi o mu so fly. O do am fa hi ma na adaru.
E do be so che se obi chen wa. Even say by age asem na okay. This say o obed. Fan say o chen solo. It is solo ntimi nchoska.
Kan papa mu asa na say. Tana say.
Penyi na cha koles kan ya papa mu. O chire to ana bu.
Omo penyina na mo
akona wo fa bi yire no wo fa ase.
O shere mu wo fa wo mu bu no ma yi sa.
Na nya de bia na wo mu bu no ma yi. Life no obed.
Nse bi o le foundation man ko fo no.
Obetimi apia ba na mfa.
Dasem de mo de ba mbo ho.
Obetimi apia ba mfa.
Na bi e be fa.
Ya de bia na apia fa o.
Well, life we mon. Though it get difficult, but I think so be out transfer you realize that you once had an opportunity. Maybe I want to capitalize in it.
Oh, sure.
Yes. Me sure say
there will be a opportunity though.
No, me sure say nature will be so unfair to the extent that on a window of opportunity or life. Be out the transfer. Yani papa penny for ye din komo. Me am no more say be am taika. Sometimes you don't always have to listen to those who are successful. Go and listen from those who failed. When penny phobia ebia bibinti anko ya momwa. Oni omo tenasia ayo mo ankasa gitum se eduru brebi no akwanya bi beda wa ebia ne nyoma ototo ye ne na ansiye amasa akwanya na hwere no e ho pa basa kura de
ayo bi ho
kura de ajibo
o be de obi ho
kura
so na wonti bi da
o da bi ho
kura
opportunity
kura wanya akwanya bi da
opportunity se be multi-millionaire asem ne e kan anya opportunity se we are seeing a kind of richest men abeka ho but at least you had an opportunity anka one
so be utilize it
one kasa de independent
obi nya bi da
o say obi nya bi da no e obi avance bi oba abrabom no e bia no wadi dem kakra e affect no on sa these are extra conditions different conditions but life medium me believe say e be ma one opportunity bia within the area one you be okay. For instance, you will be more omo krokituam kakra. Jibo krokituam they are not expected to buy car buy this based on their demands. But they had an opportunity be asasi bi da ho. E bi afuo bi esen ko ya. Enko no so ne dia obenya ne nsa no aduane de onyae. maybe an if you speak to people, I mean, I like to speak to, because normally escafo no monchero kwan. Let's be honest.
Escafo monchero
no monchero kwan.
Na so obu ono omo bi na chiro omo kwan.
Me say majority of escafo.
Never
tell you the way. No. The secrets, most of them won't tell you.
No secret near there. Say secret near Jumaden.
There be no secret near Jumaden.
Near there.
Oh, no secret near Jumaden. Jumaden, there, one near Jumaden. No secret near. There are other ones, conditions being in your maybe she say, Tira, be an inchero. Emma, so, come on, I say. Never say, Ebia obi wo when your contract no nya no so inflate prices. That was his beginning of gathering his initial capital. On kan kire wo say ebia okoje contract bi e no ne panyin bi sha ase egitu mu say ye inflate prices no ebia quality of product ayem yem fambra no ye ntete so ne nya ye ho on kan kire wo. Okay, but the be catch on
say life Ubi awabasa asisubia at a stage,
at a particular point.
Unya opportunity.
You had an opportunity.
Senka ubetimi apeja
yes.
Every baby ujina no.
Yes. I won't depend will be so.
And I want to take advantage of the opportunity.
It can be one take. It can be other circumstances. It be a one take. It be other circumstances. But opportunity, at least you get one.
Over the yentoa so enra. Champions League games of course. My memory say we you betimi agina enura game of course was Stamford Bridge and some few games are Estival wabo to say I was a Chelsea supporters ni bi and other football supporters as started side we say Estival a better footballer than Lamine Yamal.
Yesterday he was super. Enura steal the moment, at least to announce his presence, because this was a game where na eyeballs a dibo wechi ne wasoro. Na the conversation there no me say yenye me wawa because football always need rivalry. Kana no kure kapa ni enkancho. Rivalry sustain the system. Into entertainment industry no say beef. Some musicians me nunya beef ajibo. All of a sudden traffic and draw komosono enya asem ketwa. And the amount of money they cash out from these beef no na osoro. So football at every particular point in time enya rivalry. Sometimes the generation will not be lucky enough to have two players competing where consistency is really happening. Omunya nti no sanu de omoye type so mo compare the current one with the old generation to be a fool to make money. But we know they've been searching for this window, especially Ronaldo, Messi started say fade off no. Football genuinely has been searching for another form of rivalry. So Ronaldo buy and Messi buy, even when Ronaldo were England, Messi were Spain. Na England for ne toba, na Spain for na toaba. Na do be na FIFA, e do be na UEFA. And it's sustaining discussion with media space, you know, for almost 15 years between these two, from the time of United States, you know. Even now is a major discussion. World Cup here with USA, a very key angle, a very discussion point between the Portuguese team and the Argentine team. So many free Europe. The next target was Hazard. Nanka Hazard Bill. Another point. Though not Bill when a name kakra in terms of generation. But on one fact, Nanka bet me a Hazard namer. And one fact. Also because of injuries, some die early. Into us the dia. Player be money musupe. We want to start the comparison. To us say Haaland abemu pen. Kylian Mbappe abemu pen. Lamine Yamal now. And the world is looking for another player, and it looks like a Brazilian in the shape of Estavao has presented himself for that rivalry. Into no match no. Now him see a boy we pet sound come on beba.
See sign Vinicius Junior ho.
No say was a
Estavao.
Was a Vini a fade off. For the last 2 years, last season and this season, Vini above from. So the world is searching. We are seeing baby. And the ama Estavao ne Lami Yama come on sorry ne say. She kura ni pani friso. Estavao is a Brazilian. Brazil nang kasano on the culture. And they always want to present a new samba star. A new face. And unfortunately, he's a left-footed winger. I operating on the right side of his team. Similarities, dribbling. Similarities, pure entertainment. Setting the stage ablaze. And then almost similarities. And a goal scoring. Into Brazil, for the hype, ne badada. England, for the hype, ne betanity. And the EPO always want to make the world know say the only league na stars won. It's on no say. Naso in the game Lami Yama was basically out. Makukrea Chenisha the bottom simple. But on the other hand, Baldi Ayenimse or you're one of the excellent defenders for club defender Barcelona. No. Estavao a changing shape ni simple cra with his take-ons, with his dribbles, and you go on the panel say you his involvement in the game. Sabo ne can out to say he is the light. I no through out to the darkness e be to Chelsea anymore. And after the game you should expect it. Even before the game it was there. And check your meaning. These are all youngsters. And omo jina omo na so a ombetimi aman be 10 years if oman fade off. Ombetimi be 10 years
based on this year we obezo say you take obi to say Kylian Mbappe out of the discussion.
No, you take Mbappe out of the discussion. Mbappe will still be in the discussion depending on his performance.
But I say Mbappe there, unya bibi fufu bia.
I say obi enyi Mbappe mfi Ballon d'Or no.
We get Ballon d'Or ye ka say
comparison me ba ho. Ba o check Mbappe po na. Wo say nka Mbappe pa no, nke sese nkoko Barca. Na Vinicius e jire mo Madrid. Na nka ye Mbappe Vini. Sa na nka de na say you. But omumienu nyina akopie mo de jana du. Ba akuje du. But imagine if Kylian Mbappe was playing for Barcelona and Vinicius Junior was playing for Madrid. And komo de ene be wo sa. But also say Vini free. And Mbappe will come into the conversation ahead of every Clasico. He will come into the conversation ahead of every Ballon d'Or. But when mo de ene yes, omo born say also came back penny Vini born say for a perfect comparison.
It's my misa ubim. Oma omo say Estivao. Eni bo chen Lami Yama no. Ujidi ana unyini.
Maybe the end there early days yet. But the comparison is eminent. Sana mpesa mechi.
Intim prem
there onchire binka ho.
One inche binka ho.
Oh, Estivao onchire binka ho. He has been doing well. La Oche international break called Brazil. So perspective say no Brazil team here ba ye mboni din di kan. But say de Lami Yama yam. Lama ma be 3 seasons in you. From the first season to his major season which was last year and this season. Even this season as my other catcher say the curse of a standard. Also when we start comparing you to the greater over 2 matches Krana we should go crash or flop it. By a weekend, you almost game against Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah.
Lami Yama was not on the scoring sheet, but he was just excellent. Oh boy, no boy, you know.
Okay.
But also only score one goal, you know. As a still na plus no form.
Okay.
But early days yet. Estavao clearly what the potential, if consistency be a Jumadia, or the potential to change the narrative, and baby or Santano. Also fortunate about a Chelsea team that is now building. And yet team what transition I die off. Chelsea transition or must start it. I must say certain positions in bisa question.
Okay.
They say Chelsea left.
Did say Enedie Lami Yama ya
of course in terms of cumulative assessment of Lami Yama career.
Okay.
Yeah, can you now boma be seen? Yeah, the same for Estavao. I'm not sure say a conversation. It's something that will definitely.
Akwaba. Unu be jina fa kwana say onu ne nya adwene. Lami Yama Estavao. This almost starting den especially Chelsea supporters no. so there be Estivao no ni Bob Pochen la mi ama and omo mu dwabasa no so no e do mo abagim bi ti se baba isa mu nyina do mo agim se
Madrid for do mo agim
Estivao no e ya de chen la mi ama
disrespectful at this stage to compare the two. Nobody should try this. It's a big disrespect to Lamine Yamal. Now, Rampona, as a more concrete, before the red card, who was the best player on the pitch? The two of them. And Rampona, I'm the edge, born or boy, before the red card. Jibo, only who was the best player on the pitch? This is a question I'm asking now, or the man before the red card. Who was the best player on the pitch yesterday? We losing Jaya. Game ne boy with the record 90 minutes in the additional time. Why and created the best chance of the game yesterday? Born 90 minutes in the boy why and individual brilliance created the best chance of the game.
Tennis well.
It's me.
Yeah, born or no the Shigun.
I know if born way. Let me that's the best chance of the game. 90 minutes there was no chance and equal to that ball.
Then Estivao Diano no create man who dribble pass didn't right foot pa the ball in the chest.
Estivao then wasn't a chance.
But so no one you
get a chance now with where dear baby original yes he had a chance we will shoot you. But where dear let me pick the ball. Maneuver his way. Jibu and gave a true ball to Ferran Torres only keep on going on our officer Bonana. Torres Nikibo any Jibu any Torres Nikiba. Be disciplined. Jibu a only keeper. When Oduko in terms of
I mean said this pass. Lami Yama de ma Ferran Torres. When they compare the act of Estivao go no share now, we be ahead of Estivao no.
Yo, we say when them part in football, sa bowie, and bowie, and Estivao then which one is easier to score than it's easier to score the two of them.
Yeah.
We Torres day, and Estivao then which one is easy to score.
Who say a Torres the Yamana chance or Monche?
And
Obina create
the easiest chance. The easiest chance in the game was this one.
But Estivao the end day. Yes, he was given a pass. But difficult moment I know woman. A quite far so a year born the create chance ma on one home. Then a ball on the two net no. On one create you and on one sashi.
And I'm saying you say we are comparing two different things here. Me say one me argument with one say before the record who was the best player on the pitch between the two of them. We any issue of argument before the record in no bobo pa or to me that is one. And I say the best chance of the game can't go watch say the best chance of the game was created by Lamine Yamal yesterday. Chance be no about game no na son there Lamine de ma Ferran Torres no. Jibu in the last 3 seasons bona Lamine Yamal bono Estivao would go down on his knees and pray to God say yankon for go do sa level no. Bona Lamine Yamal bo Lamine played that ball at the age of 16 and 17. Tabona Lamine born at the age of 16 and 17. Oh, we are here today. He's the second best player in the world, you know. Estivao will go on his knees and pray to God. And I man. Someone didn't be no do Lamine Yamal level, no. Estivao is a very good player. Almost ever. But Jibo sa football fans. Tries or more just to disrespect or be by that easy comparison. Too disrespectful to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has been. I feel like I'm saying, you see, let's be okay about the case of the standard. Have they really watched Lamine even missing? Have they really watching me?
But he's not performing to his standard.
Obi over 10 goal or so involvement.
But Lamine Yamal last season had to compare this season now. Ubejetum say born the last season, this season.
Oh, so this season, the Obi say he has been on and off because of injury. A planner, Hano. But so if it no bar, Obi any. Be try several castle we come and question. Be said that. Me be question before the red card. Only no one a yin one on the park and so. Who was the best player before the red card? But I won't judge them after the red card and they definitely Chelsea will have the upper hand. But before the red card, no one above. Before the red card, now let me your man have made more dribbles than Estevao. Before, no making more dribbles than Estevao ever giving him. Until you know, na Estevao and I'm council eba. Omunya 18 years. But the difference between 18 is a Baku asset standard be at a 16 da. Any 17 amen ne. Or no, I didn't compare Mbappe most today. Mbappe die. I want no nyanya. But boys now mo bo be no odu level. I want no nyanya bi. And I say how yeah award no sometimes ono so be a PhD no na amo. But boys now only Ronaldo mo Messi musi nchanya. Jibo there's no footballer today. Our ben Mbappe level no there. Unse Mbappe no ewo ayi o and then the aka no nya e si obi am any bi mpo wabeduru Mbappe no. Okay. Mbappe is ahead of all of them by miles. And we mu edina chiba. You understand? Because our age now we mu hono no. We say no we ka se mo che. Sa age now we mu hono no. Na Mbappe de o man estabedi so edo edge worker.
Meda se Kofi Zakito obed wetin afenura game ne ba ko na enesu game no wafa ba ko e de account sa so na Zakito be ya semo ya boaten o se Zakito is over. Just give Chelsea their praise and move on. You care about Chelsea, you care about individual players. Our mobile enra game no. Say Obed, I mean to you kakra na fi yemfa emi refi enra game say course e Champions League ni mu fa ba ko na eneso so no kesipa na ewu mu no Bayern Munich mobile England no money Arsenal e de esieni. David Obin, former communication director at the Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Or say we want Zakito to provide the facts and data, not just word of mouth. Estevao created 2 chances before the record. One resulted in Enzo goal ruled offside. No, David there out there abandoned. I'm not surprised with Zakito's submission on Estevao. I don't expect a United fan to praise a Chelsea youngster. This is Estival's first season in Europe, so what is he even saying? And also Zeus and or this message we the Abba. Okay, Obed, Yantoswe.
Jibo with the quick mentions near to us. Conte in your 2-0 win. Why are there? Ebona Baso. Now when you're City. Pep Guardiola tried an experiment which it just didn't work. 10 changes, and also post-match he admitted that the changes were too much. So City clearly lacked coordination. They were playing without their usual rhythm. These were players who find your move feet, and at the end of the day, it's a massive impact or results. So credit to Leverkusen. Team now have to manage and win 2 out of the 3 matches now. Send your mates automatic qualification to the knockout stage. Well, Dortmund Villarreal 4-0. Credit to Dortmund. So over the weekend, no more mess happening on my power with that draw. And then you talk about Juve getting a 3-2 win over Bodo Glimt. Afi Jibo Juve in your light kakra. Jibo what I say? Omanya light kakra in terms of chance of qualifying. Then Galatasaray letting go 4 down. People did not really expect Galatasaray to lose. after the red card. Then Benfica and Ajax. Jose getting that 2-0 win away. And they say no, Ajax got 3 points for her. Sorry, Benfica got 3 points, which changes the dynamics a bit. They say Ajax with 0, Villarreal with 1, Bodo Glimt with 2, Benfica now about 3 points. Until they have a chance of qualifying automatically. But you see, if you say as a case for free danger zone, the car case for I mean the top 5 leagues in Europe and their respective teams. Under this season, Bilbao, I think 8th position in the Spanish La Liga. Almost said any top race where they align the 28th position, not really much of a big question. Now Juventus, it's me top 24, no more than 6th position. Napoli about 18th position with 7 points, which is positive for them. Now Napoli and Barcelona with the same number of points. Barca drop here about 15th position after no game. Now you no game Nijibo. I think first person who deserve massive applause here, Enzo Maresca. The game was tactical, and tactically he won the game. From all the necessary changes, he did not really play with an out-and-out striker, because now on excellent interpositional play and movement anymore. Pedro Neto, Estavao, and Garnacho. Then the roles are assigning players, a compact midfield. He find a way to accommodate the Barcelona midfield without the most creative player in the setup, which is Eko Palmer. And Caicedo, to some extent, James Beba, Malo Gusto, interpositional play, almost exchange with Hokaka. Then you have Enzo Fernandez. Into the front 6, extremely compact without the ball. Pressing structure, the movement of these players was excellent to frustrate the Barcelona high line. Also, some players we know, Pedro Neto bet me about left kakra, obet me ako central, obet me ako right. Garnacho su movie. Into that movement, allow them to properly escape the Barcelona trap. Yes, Barcelona finding ways of provoking offside, but clearly to move a game dancing in the way of Chelsea, or how to exploit the weakness of Barcelona. The red card played a massive part. Now, red card raises issues about the materials Hansi Flick and the system of Hansi Flick, which is also tactical. Inigo Martinez was an experienced centre back. Red card now Ruran Arajo D and Inigo Martinez on this red card neither. In fact, when you are a defender and you've already picked a yellow card, there are certain things you consider before you go into tackles. Oh, calculate so say your chances of winning the tackle should be close to 100%, especially when you're on a yellow card. You don't make such a silly tackle. So we make it tackle win power. It should be the aqua's shoulder. And even with that, it's a more of a tactical foul. While players are cover up with here, referee consider as stopping a goal scoring opportunity and I say an excellent build up. Once you stop an excellent build up or a transitioner, you consider the yellow card because we're seizing the movement. It is our factors when you where your center back are calculating. It's all attack we are or clearly say he was so immature at that moment, and the team had already conceded a goal, which was Chelsea breaking their high line. And I do here. Where first go equal fast by here. Now Barcelona defenders no mujina. Penalty box no mu yeden. Enti all the factors echo yema Barcelona echo ma Chelsea. E brain but one person say about so power game Enzo Maresca Jibo. He had it right. When no game the selection was spot on.
How Chelsea very consistent.
That is the problem.
One big game not Chelsea but
they
like,
show up
like the best club in the world. Another game you expect Chelsea to win a big game on be performing against a lower side. But not Chelsea.
Also, the strategy of playing against a lower side is different from the strategy of playing against a big side.
By the sign of a club, you want to compete and win more. How consistent are we? Which over against lower side and big clubs.
Lower side being who be mama.
Because boy, say Chelsea boy against any other club. They said the boy no against Barcelona. Omubo 70%. betimi a team bia.
Your opponent forces and determine how you play. Ade ba ko hia obo na ntina e say coaches no my tactically rigid no more break akran. You should be flexible.
Okay. Yan share the game no for ba ko na.
Yan bomb risk aba so. Other
Arsenal
no, Arsenal that is the game of the day. I mean, these are two teams they are both unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League. Omunyina winning 4 games with 12 points. Was the last weekend my Bayer, the last edition was Bayer PSG. Omunyina with the same points 9-9 unbeaten and a Bayer it destroyed PSG. Then Asama for friend. That's the beauty of the new format. The Arsenal team is quite solid. Gibo. One of the key assets of Arsenal is defense. How Arsenal defense no is in matches. Now Arsenal both and the mentality of the Arsenal team I can't want some power and the squad options for Coach Arteta. This game a test of the Arsenal defense whether they are up to the game or not. Once the Arsenal defense needs to be called almost a month without conceding a goal, and currently they are being compared to the great defensive lineup. AC Milan, great defensive lineup, put you up under Coach Carlo Ancelotti in winning 2 Champions League titles. I'm out fast at it. Arsenal team you talk about the Jose Mourinho, 2004-2005, a defense I will put you up for Chelsea for the first season. I'm out for starting Bobodina, but a match is way more and a bit page out from that level to a legendary status. Arsenal have the material. So Luis Diaz, unfortunately because of a red card, that tackle on Ashraf Hakimi, he'll be out of this game. But still, Bayern Munich were asset, Michael will list Jibo over the weekend. On the Bayern, almost down by 2-0, and he started it all. Also, no one can say Adio here pa Lami Yama PR nibi. That is what he said when he was asked the question. He said, then on your better free Lami Yama or Sini PR. He's one player extremely underrated. He gets the job done. Also, nka obo Diama Madrid be and Diama United be a hype one who say Bundesliga and any hype sir. Both fit here Juma and then on against Calafiori and on drifting Bemua. On say he's a left-footed playing on the right side. He says and he's now the perfect replacement for Ian Robin with the Bayern Munich team. How to stop him will be difficult. How to stop Hurricane will be difficult. Bayern Munich to get a goal. Arsenal, I'm so actually a goal scorer and I'm so idea. And then both teams to score. But one word the other, I want to trust Arteta. Tactically, I think Arteta better Vincent Kompany. Sana me mission free. I see Arteta to be more flexible than Vincent Kompany because Arteta nipa was fear and announcing football any coach in Pioneer Pep Guardiola. But also Arteta adapted the dark act of football and a bit of Italian game, the Catanaccio, placing key emphasis on defense, placing key emphasis on fine margins of the game. So your man any home advantage, Emma may Arsenal. Okay. Arsenal 2-1 to win this particular game against Bayern Munich. If there's an opponent to stop Bayern Munich, I'm sticking my neck out.
Govisa Kito, or say way if you ogidi or if you so to in crime and a day abba. Or say I don't even know what he means by before the record. We all watched the game. Before the record, Estivao had created 2 chances and was by far the most impressive if you compare the 2 players. Ogidi Edifiso Tium and a day Abba. One my Chelsea supporters na Spakiano pay Zakito. O mas Spakiano pay. Say enuna born dear. Udo beti aka say la mi yama eya de chance bo ba say enuna born dear. Enya de ombepene.
Omunko mo nyi say enuna born nkwa dibo. Enuna mo Sunday game ni wi amaka say Esteban ni ya de chance enche beba.
O ya de chance.
Omunka so ya de chance.
Debi omo.
Enko no mo chance.
Debi.
Debi. Me say
omo enya hono de ko.
Bona you see David see man of facts. Bona ebobo no we no. Lami Yama completed 4 dribbles. Esteban completed only 2. Big chances created. Omunya na 1-1. Where is the one played over 45 minutes with numerical advantage into where they are in terms of the chances creation. Omuko form na eboko form.
2 jina baby jina.
Messi Lami Yama completed 4 dribbles up to 2.
Yɛhwɛ na yɛmna ne games so.
Every game no nya ne tipe no ka even every game with the red card no kwa. Me say 4 dribbles okay Chelsea for no 4. As if out twi mienu penra.
Enra ball no. Be no mo mienu de. Next vow no so.
Oh yeah,
who say na the confidence level. And Oshia player to me defensive wise no a much weaker compared to Cucurella.
Now bad defender no train more than he dribbled.
Oh, defender the whole pass they no dey
bad the defender dribbled Estevao more than Estevao dribbled him.
Wow.
Yes.
Yanko Zach yanko
body alone dribbled Estevao 2 times yesterday. Defend alone. We speak with I had a fast we don't just speak. I had a fast I think one thing that Chelsea did and did it very well or more rely on they capitalize on the weakness of Barcelona this season now, which has been the norm. Say, just take advantage of how omni pace in terms of when they are defending, lucky pace. Take advantage of it and punish Barcelona because they will have the ball from the midfield to the attacking end. But a suspect when it comes to pace and when they are recovering from Omoko attacker, a suspect. Chelsea did it and did it very well, and I think Enzo Uzanra. Now when you say, I foresee Chelsea going like Omobo PSG, because PSG was similar star with Barcelona, and the only way Chelsea can beat them is to go quite fast ball PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup. And what the lineup bar if anything. In terms of personnel, change about person money if anything, Garnacho and Estevao. But in terms of how she share on money, similar in terms of the system and how he played PSG and look how fast Barcelona and Drano. So simple, they'll have the ball. But Yeji ball now, which is very quick in transition because late in recovering from how move forward. Obianim say Badu love to move forward. Very well, they will all go forward. The spaces behind, then you punish them. You and very well because I think that, but for one disease or so, the scholar could have been more than trainer or Moshe, it could have been more than that because and I think that defensively, Aroho Nojibo, as a he's not learning. You want to but he's not a young defender. And what check a crab? I said, no, and Pono Akran more experience than Onuna when you crown Kubasino. Because one, the first yellow card was needless. Foul and Mufi says a Germany and Jamamu. Even though you are the captain, but you don't go and be talking to the referee aggressively. Captain, you go and complain, but and you aggressively. And a man yellow card. No. The second yellow card, no, I leave the card. No, me baby a bono. Say I can't for bona. Why do you going to do the ball? Because I too far away from the 18-year boss. Out for bona the BNC Cucurella. Panya no Kakucha. And it's a problem. Okay, last year I'm free. Okay. Quarter final. How many players you know? And how visible?
Last 2 seasons.
And
last season the same time you free.
Sorry, last 2 seasons how many players you know? Or what you reckon be quarter final? Basa I qualify we are nessa. Panya no kwaje record no omoyi best frame. So consistently he on match sure as the 8 in terms of how he plays football. Okay. But I think say Jibo Chelsea have shown say big games but you see kwaya of us ball big games no. And now enya about consistency how he plays the big games and now who so well consistent because over against the teams now omonya big now the strategic only money against Sunderland. You can't play like this against Brighton. You can't play like this against Burnley and those teams, you know. And now you are not seeing the consistent performance in them. But big games, so the way he manager sets up the team, super. So he gets the best out of them. By a ban against teams, that's on moment anymore. That is where they struggle and why you are not seeing
Quick one was Arsenal ne
congrats to them. I think they did well by winning the game. Jibo, I don't know the two best teams so far in Europe now.
Debate be anyhow.
Debate be anyhow.
Debate now.
So we are
debate be anyhow.
Yeah, we are going to watch the two best teams in Europe today.
Currently,
they are the best two teams in terms of the BMI. I said they are the best team so far in Europe. Was one, all the best attacking in Europe today, but also all the best defense in Europe today. Bayern attack, Arsenal defense. I feel on Kuwa, and young baby, I buy over sister goals. Check. Young baby, how much of a sister goals in all competition. That tells you how Omata can air very, very fast and sharp. Joe, if there is any team that you can bet, say, at least they can find the net against this stubborn outside defense, Bayern, because of the players that Eugene Adu Poku. Yes, lose just out, but they just say Nua or more Nabri. Still, and they have Hurricane, and still now they have Abrante Ferno, Michael Olise. If there's one team that we bet on, say they can score against this stubborn Arsenal defense, this Bayern Munich team, no. And if there's one team in Swa, you need say at least almost bet me a Bayern Munich we set pieces and score them and Arsenal team. That's this weekend, yeah. Now they can say Omuko down by 2-0. Then set pieces.
Yeah.
So if you
Umbe 5 6.
Yes, if Freiburg can score 2 from set piece, what about the masters of set pieces in the world today? In with Arsenal,
the set piece go.
Yes, Arsenal will take advantage of how poor Bayern Munich are in terms of how they defend set pieces and punish them. Jibo, Ateta have been able to close the gap between Bayern Munich. Okay, last 2 seasons. In the way they pa, 2-2 or Emirates, and Bayern Munich eshomu 1-0. Alliance Arena. Me previously no. Then can you say, the score lines of Bayern are too much. The last time before last 2 seasons, they tend to aggregate. It's about Ateta find a way to close up the gap between Omone Bayern dominance, no, and then they are the Emirates. I see, and then want both teams to score no ever because of how teams need Bayern would a very strong side when they are going forward, and because of how poor Bayern are defending set pieces, you know, I see Arsenal also score. Game I see, yes, Arsenal will start at favorite based on their current form. How is it difficult to score against them? I think them to start this game at favorite. If there is one team that you can trust at this stage, okay, I'm going to PSG.
Luis Diaz Pacta, no.
A big miss, big miss, but they have nobody. So who can play at that role? Any difference, no, any in terms of how they are all playing. So if there's one team that you can trust, they can go at any venue and do any be at when they are in their best form. This Bayern Munich team, Jibo.
From Chefman Atonsu say, I love the saying that if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. I can't wait to see my Arsenal side beating Bayern Munich today. I'm only hoping that Ateta will not play defensive like he did against Liverpool. This year, dear, Arsenal can't afford to disappoint, and the team must attach all the seriousness to every match we play. Gunners, we shall get there. And no, shipman there, our day, Abba, and no. We so every Udini Uraba, okay, or say. Arsenal and Bayern Munich is a big game. Bayern Munich have the best attack in the world, but you are failing to talk about Lennett Carr. Like it was Akrano. Lennett Carr. Bayern Munich for small boy, no, or Bobo Sebibi, no. He's on form. He's just 17 years and he has no PR. I feel no about game share down games to do biasa. Like it to Chelsea for no essay. How can you say someone who completed 4 dribbles and scored 2 is not better than someone who completed 2 dribbles and scored a goal? Okay. Yempamano or Chelsea into the Yempamano. Okay. So how can you say someone who completed 4 dribbles and scored none is better than someone who completed 2 dribbles and scored a goal? Even the goal Estavao scored, he dribbled more than 2 before scoring. Zakito is just jealous. I'm Kwame Life. And now the message we a day aba. David Asabe Bim or say Zakito was specific about chances created before the record. That is the stats I'm asking for. And no, any day our day aba. I don't know. Say one area Zakito can and I also offer house or per hostess. Messages be Chelsea for Nedra. Omojo Bruta. I don't understand you journalists. When Pep lose, he did an experiment. But when Mourinho lose, then you said he has lost it. Richard Edifi Takwa and all this message we a day abba.
Good analysis.
After humiliating the unstoppable stubborn PSG side 3-0 and teaching Mankamfu Barcelona a small lesson last night, we are on our knees pleading with both FIFA and UEFA to organize Barca PSG combined 11 to face the one and only world champions Chelsea, the Amansai Ajiatum after the season. They should please do this for we the Chelsea family and they will be blessed. Shalom. Kebwadi and now ode sa message we ede abam. Clementino the darling boy, Yensha Boafo. Captain says Yakwaba, say Bibi Abokode. And you may also come out.
Oh, I don't, sir, number 2 Maniaji. Namaniaji pa. The Evertos of Frico. Must come with Bruchri. Qua, Jachisam is I'm here to preach the Kama. But now you didn't come.
Mate, Medasi, so preach. Why?
But you, bra.
Okay. Clementino the darling boy. Abuafo no the second batch yonkoi
ala ka cho so bi o mo kono bi akofada da no so mpolo two noise na no de Chelsea for
with Liverpool Jesse
Chelsea with Suarez, Chelsea with Messi and Liverpool go mo for
Barcelona
sana to mo so mpolo two noise na
na say mo seniors
na say obi aye bi no
aja guys watching Liverpool Jesse watch Liverpool Jesse
Mugongo no masho motreda da. Number 2 mo.
Chelsea Barcelona, Chelsea Barcelona the new news. Only 10 players in our more come new and 10 players.
Sinat no ebrene konka kranka me kan say no otamfo no san say ho ene ebo modern wuto no oda no atwen say dan bedu na hoden wo na afei wo ba beginam ni nyina no ene say abranti amachi de sha na nwum base no 50 years ene ye celebrate no ono kwanti megina wo sa de bia no wo ba with a bank utim say stars na no den wo hema kusi eginam kwabena na champion family samini o nyina no obi aso mike mu na say ye hye brena momu a best of 4 hours kwade no gina na jesenka wo ba ansa na branti amachi de abetum nti ahoya de be chekwa na jesenka ye ba na nso ye bre nye de be ye adwuma me kan sa na jesa ye woda bomode na fa phone na 300 regular standard near 500 VIP no 700 ni nyina no ene say o phone o ba star 713 star no sabo 33 star e we chire uwia na the 50 hash wa wie tie ni o twere to ho na amfo ni so star 713 star 33 star 50 hash options no bre ubo unse bank akra uwie ya pe na chese kukuro wase wato na afi uda wada nipa mienu miensa na woto a toma wo mu Sunday 28th of December ewo Mecklin Hotel 6 p.m. na chese ehwa sha ase yes ebia dikaja wa mano nyewo ya uradi nyame ho be ye de ni nyina no ene say ye kwa hwede filotibo ni filoma krimi be ko ho na masa ya num ene yese ko to aso ewo ho na ni nyina ne say ye num a the vitamin protein and calcium na de brain pedua no ni nyina ne say ni pedua ne hia immune booster no ebi ewo filo no mu nti wo no mu a ebuso ye tienie e good for all ages ye kan san so a de tienie o otu no wanya no pai wo no no hwe kakra gum comfort bi garo so kan si bi na whiskey no wo de gum a otum say yes taste no aye great ye wheat vanilla apple strawberry and wo dwa so 0599 990097 0207 939 968 no anya fellow ni bi atumi atosa woton mako anase wutu akoton ni nyina no obetumi akoto bi sika ne de ni nyina no ene se nhyehyɛ pono so enyema eye kama mekwaba na mabeye hu adwuma power hinre akoso do ya me no ekasai ni nyina no ene se hwe nhyehyɛ pono so a eyade a power say hepatitis, fatty liver, prostate ulcer, kidney stone, SK no ni nyina no wode aba wode ba nso a na kyese wutumu say yes aduna no oden award bi obekwa se bia no wuntimi nsa no hepatitis ho yede jirikajiri heba minister and capsules ade aba mema nko a na efa bronya bai siesie ne mu na wo adwuma ye meka ne sa wi a na afi maka wo se wudoni achem awatakrade wo ben hantama bank no kuma se efiyasi road bosomtwe sanso na Accra kwabenya ni nyina no na nyema koyie 0244 544 422 0200 383831 na no so enyema edidana kwam ewo ho enemo abusua tie ne ye die tie ne ye president 25 years yegusu celebrate wo mo nyama pa no mo de abra yense yese ho adwuma de Ghana ha de o mafa e de aboso ni nyina no ene se o ma bra yen president charcoal ya combine no with fluoride ye wie ye pe no na ye natural charcoal lemon mint and zinc ni nyina ewom ye de yasema ye kanyina ne se ye momodem wo se no empire fita na afei ahoden so emrem obi so ho ane de eye president herbal toothpaste wunya no a eye unique blend with green tea herbal extract na je se wa channel so se nyima be koyi e de ama ama kaka no eno so yi sade no e de afri ho eye president every smile matters abusia tieniye edane de ye bebo so eye nkadan Ghana ha no yesika ntisa nkofo bi de eno ntide bia no aha woti ntise ye oje wunyina yiye wo ba ye ode ne kakra nyame ye odum wudi nua kogoso de aka ye nchanse a wudi bekuru so abusia tieniye ye wo alozinc and aluminium product san chansin eye papa ebeche enso de amawo na process menka wo se sidi no etima peke eno nti uba na so ye na nchanse na mebobo so no ubeto bi e wona so ye a nationwide wate so 25% the number no 0501 453 869 0544 338 042 no nya rosters roofing ama ho aye kama edro no obia ebo bia korabo mpanyimbo omusi bibini to maplas nti ye kan bra wonte na de bia woni nam chanchan na obia kire madro bi mekoto bia ba obia kire madro bi obeto still na nyama da so ye disconjoy ni nyina no sa wonto adupa na de tu osana se osa so de ososo no amasa obamu hu sampa wo ye yarebone papa oso tia na betie ni yare foforo bi esusu mese eye bibini to maplas gastric duodenal peptic stomach pain stomach gas indigestion abusuya waduro no eye ba kopɛ baabi eto oduro bi ate sɛ Oyerepa promise ba no wo ba wo benya bi atɔ wonam enkran na kyɛ sɛ okɔ hɔ no mu atenie ɛhɔ no de tene sɛ the Bita pharmacy ɛhyɛ hɔ no mo ɛna ɔkanhyi ahanso wo bepie mu a hɔnso ebi ɛhyɛ hɔ ɛyɛ 0558 055894 0541 337 816 na no so watimi anya bibini toma plus abusu nya me yodom wo sane ko ene bomodem na tisi abonten so uptown foods ho na sese di obia edidie obi ho no otwam no hweda no na dan yi die metima wuram ene aduane ne bo baye di o mintumi because I kon bi e bo ho light bi e bo ho fefefe ne aduane ne dan no da bi mebo ka amintwam na menko udi agro yes ade a bra wa hwe abekọ kodidi mambisa ye bia ne nyina no ene se nanka emre bi atwam udie ka woni ufili chicken noodles no a nanka 160 sesi promo ninti 55 Ghana assorted fried rice no nanka 210 ene 99.3 assorted jollof rice nanka 210 ene 99 enu 100 Ghana empo ena toasted chicken no eno so 180 no ene 75 Ghana obisi no na dia okan o kan no kwasa na se ne kohoi na dia kire o hweme ade na se aba cocktail mocktail uptown foods no yere fufuo ene banku ni wache enso dia betwim ni nyina no se wiei obetuma to afa Kumasi Race filling station ho baako ho Abrepo JP filling station obenya no bom so de off Hinsan road obenya baako ho crop from Anisika FM ene ben adiamran so aye block house potassium ena mekan petrol filling station hotana so Apachapa Junction na just what watch no Anwaga Junction opposite to Furukom police station Kenya say Guidance University one no ene ben bia upeso place order na yeni wede na ba omade ntonsa efre uptown foods no mon serve kama 0596 922 066 0596 922-066 no anya Uptown Foods aduane pai bi atumi adi meme de mesi police near draw sharp imbus no megu so anom wo so se de ne nyina so wunya try bia bra be try bi san se covid ba ye bo na basu pagya ne sia konkon a na je se covid kwa na nje se enei ye protect ye immune system no o se de bia na ye strong ya de bi twam no o mamto mfa ha okọ no ba sa kwana no wadro no de mirika no okọ wonsu wuncham biem eno ani dwuma post near draw sharp imbus no etumi eye diabetes, ulcer, cancer, hypertension, UTI, candidiasis, body pain, menstrual problem, loss of appetite, stress and a bar, wadrano, and sharp imbus, and into be a 200 biano, ukwa, for number 0246 2084 96 0261 388-149. School ni die ukwa ubewie no na jese ubia emua na ba ko wia ni aso no eye Anglican University College of Technology Kumasi campus and Nkraza campus ni nyane say eye BSc physician assistantship your BSc nursing BSc information technology BSc human resource management BSc general management wasi and SSC, you know, your Bomaden HVJ, was also a general certificate of education, GC, you know, Bomaden for advanced level on the bra, no pass 3 subjects, no, at least one while being on Dean dear, you bet to be far crampo, Edia Fra, and you know so, open so by ya, can say, I was so unya, good certificate, once what about touch here, Ubia, now the matron, no, Finch, you know, now with a website to come pet or qualify. Foreign students, no, Shano, papa, Nedaho, tremo, sent also to so angry techno, and it's a via expert in faculty, industry connections, affiliated in KNUSC and UCC, quality education, accredited by GTEC 050-5091-054, 0501-358568. Nanyama ayakama, tienye, ayakao chako tupes kamara, nensano dro, no, nina NSA, edumana ebono, udru honma obonu mkwaya che, bra ubro fuse, obane mamo de biara dade biya beja, enu modem na kope kao chako tupes, enanyu mre ya unya biya, abefa adi amao, nina NSA protecto gamano, teteno bidie no ene bori tire no ye de fafra ne dia ye se eneyi wunya ka chako tupesa obetuma ka se happy smile ebra wo fra 0246 864 798 0501 454 462 na nyama aye kama ka na den e na ma Isaac Botten enkra emfama wo wo de tene se company no a omwo Japan no omunim no ye from B forward eno me na hwe abom nti Ghana ha de ono ni din da so no eye Igbo 20 motors ni nyina se bretie bi wo krakare de aba ne bo no eda fom pa enkoye se me frɛ no a menye ne koye we campaign de wonye we campaign ho wo se bra no nka ka ntoma na wo aye wo dia e obetuma to bia membrante na twitwi na wo twi bia ye says total vozia bay e po aduma guruta yo total no asienta total vet total beta Honda step wagon e bia wo de American and German cars ena hia ni nyina no na se de kuma se tana so ena obutuo before se obedu ya santo ano bo so African di animu efitia bi esi ho ne de no ena sen animu no ena ifra no on 0249 849 972 0249 849 972 no anya Isaac Botten ama obomaden ama onya ukase sie me wie with Franco trading Black Friday ni nyane se nyese tuntum bia ne ahye no ho ni nyane ni gisam ye ke penso ekofiada kwade na asa ye de enu fiada na nje so kwa discount no hunya ye crazy discount amazing and ye de ema wo 40% discount and ya TD free Nokia phone na obeto no ho Samsung iPhone Smart TV Franco air condition washing machine blender generator gas and electrical stove ni na no ya de a ewo ho enomo omo kone de ebo bruta anya ba ku bia nim 0245 316969 0245 316969 bra woko ejaba George Lungu shop edu old Melcon Kofo clinic na chese ehonso aye kama jibo
Clementino the darling boy aka Estivao
I'm for Estivao hey
I said you so Estivao si abonkuma anti Clementino aka Estivao okay
fancy ya abonkuma
anti say oye infancy Estivao Copenhagen double chance Pafos NAS Monaco go both teams Arsenal Bayern Munich go both teams Atletico Madrid Inter Milan go both teams Eintracht Frankfurt and Atlanta go both teams win Liverpool win Real Madrid win PSG and if we win Sporting CP UEFA Champions League. Captain Yemrefi, GFA President Ura Simon Ket Ukreku say referees Almudi Ghana Premier League no. Omuna suban papa Eddie. Suban ebeche so mo ye professionals. Suban omu gina park so no mu di games a omu se pepepe yo. Enye mi gina ha na me dieti ha. Na afei integrity kura captain twi be say.
Integrity. So no kwa DNA something like the tree no me ti ase do fun me catch me bre. I say o tre peri yo no kwa die di hunie ohun se onkwa ase onkwa wo gina ho a
ebenye no nyam
se edipa mu na onkwa ye de ade ma o se ye ekwa be fa so be ya de na ma obi ehun pepere yo ni no kwa die wo mu no
sa
ano na emahu the integrity a nipa no ewo in the society za
NTFA president.
While we celebrate these achievements, we must also confront the challenges that remain with our sport. Issues of integrity and public perception continue to cast unwarranted shadows over the hard work of our referees. Allegations, sometimes real, sometimes imagined, damage the credibility of our competitions and erode public trust. We, as a group here, cannot ignore these facts. We must together work harder to ensure that our referees are not only impartial, but are seen to be impartial. A new era of protection and respect.
Eno ura Simon Ket Ukreku ono eneda Ghana football no nensem a ode atu edwa eno no. Basake Holy Stars. I want Johnson Smith. Hey, nene di besi. Diado tefrio. Hey, netwe. No boa. Wakasa forgive no. Onyanga sai. Ka unya na mama anka bedu. Netwe. Nanka omekasa kakra mfa game no Basake Holy Stars ene Asante Kotoko captain we ne ba bia pese wo fa bia no betimi afa mamema wo simanson na fadu djuma
medase obani na FA president asema working ankaide kede pass ubenya the opinion of the football no the voice abeto ensema make it the no echo rounds because this officiating semin nan saying wara bapa pekipa no acquired from Division 1 Eric Alagide Demo was also adding their voices and they were talking a lot about how bad the officiating echoes or the Division 1 money na ya kan
every famous ki say integrity means we bo din ho ban
it is
the amount for bad and the squad say integrity means nimdie. Okay. The chairman said, "Meto onka che akukare ama mento onka. Integrity in trees. Kwakwapia odi na mayo. Is it nimdie or what?
Nimdie knowledge.
I don't know. Okay. Yankoi.
Edino say a guy for brother had a voice fantastic. This was he can say no. Anke ye. Must me when in two fools. The question is referees no say in football no, in terms of some of the decisions that they take. Now, he for the moment, yes, sir, you know. But you all get to the point no. So, you see, who to a craft for no who to my money for. Go can do it in baby, you go to now, and over pay area. Referee and sorry, say, or call the ball. Or call another say, because the person bet the ball between Basake Holy Stars and Asante Kotoko. Et in Besemi Sisi. Asante Kotoko and Besemi Basake Holy Stars. Because I am better than you know. Referees, no, many a times, no, are influenced by these people. I hear the clubs, no. And now the FA people, the big men over there. And they sign the money back. And sometimes they even do appoint referee, movies or referee here. If the Juma Shan and Zaw here, it is a matches, and so on. the FA will tell you so na appointed by nipa na appointed na don fun nipa and that's where the influence comes in nipa from the word go ya appointing na all kono on maduma ida share nsa so konkoye it doesn't matter the performance the other team na ono yakaso nko die ntia no ebe put up yama na duma so me no be no the call. So these are the influences omo ye ma referees no yesa na ma na omo ye bi. I'm not saying say I don't want. Then we come back to the referees now. Almost selfishness and greediness in Tino. They are not looking at the bigger interest of our game, but umbotum. Tinano meteza workers say Juma. Say Ghana odu oni we mu na no. Sika omu wi galam say. I know you me personal so. Ana mtam say wo. Oh, you know we galam say na officiating I referees be kan. O de wo hu
Juma we sika wo mo Ghana asisi pa no.
O de wo hu ta wo ka asase ma wo.
First say galam say.
And
the first we need a referee. Ghana Premier League so be the Premier League.
So maybe Ebia na wonye wrong because of the way and the yehu and na yanka insurance package e dey ma referee. I think a first of its kind in our football. I think I over comment the FA no say omu to na mo bi so mbe yes anema we nyina me I hope say referee can so mbe to na on time because nema referees influence referees no e bi no so referees be ball for a whole season na say what jai say untra referees the sika kakra wo emfa ma no na obekọ without e be to the sika ma na accumulate all these 20 or so matches are so that what say referee no so onko it no okay and there's so many things and you before ahead that's what make say anka the FA president kai no I am with him but the FA no you know no no it's not helping matters. So as someone who move a long way, insurance package fine. Then their outstanding money is not share their mom. Now after one no more jai of a more pointy, more preferred referees and more matches. Okay. Now after making sure say at the end of the day, your league, you know, and your person your project, you know. Okay. And the referees no M1. For our last topic. Now me share Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. Is it committee or inaugurating? Yes. Board, advisory board. Ministerial advisory board. Yes. And the chairman is the honorable himself. Is it not? It doesn't constitute conflict of interest. There we. Oh no, that's what chairman say. Juma sa ministerial advisory board na ebeye. Who are they going to advise? Or me na me tell you. A part of. And I say we use advice as a word. That's why you can be. Who are they going to advise? Say what is their work? You might be wrong. To drive sports development in the country. To drive sport development. Anti ohian kofo amanaka na ho. No matimi ayesa ade no. So mo so wonim de e ba be kan no ho. Abeka ayesa adwuma no. Advice to no fo. Sports say mo be develop sports ebi kwa to aban no ebi o mo bibia president ebi actually ma ko pay much more understanding of this advisory aspect ni ewo because me can feel say ebi o bi foforo head e na ono na air drive ade no ebi aka me much more me more understanding than they say so but must dem can say the ministerial advisory board are going to drive sport. And the minister is the driver on the seat. On the driver at the end. So he may need advice from some experienced people. But here, the former committee or no minister not former, you know, or no NSI chairman of the board in advisory board. No, I remember so kakra. But whatever been the case, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Because in football, I suffer for quite too long. We need such things to as a backbone, push in football. Taking decisions, helping the ministry, various ministers to take right decisions. A bit my driver in football. And, you know, I'm for that. But my only minister Musaye, the chairman of the board, no, and I mean here education on that. As I'm looking at supporters, disappointed kakra say if Omantimen take advantage of that 2 or 3 matches and no more outstanding and others na ball and no more free say opportunity for them to jump to the top, especially when it is that Omo against Baseka omu mo wan ne ba kope baseke no team no this year no enye that baseke na bia previous years no na omo ye no so Kotoko will be hoping to see omu team no winning this game and no ma jump to the top. To me Kotoko position mo da league no anka enye so bad. Double league about 10 or 11 matches. Some will be about 11. Na Kotoko 19 points. 3 points separating the no airborne. Some about draw Baseka 20. Now be 2 points separating only the lead.
Okay.
Somewhere they will be a power Diana. But the supporters in free say Omunya that are standing, not looking at other point builder but not teams no. Oh, you say if Kotoko a year on one about homodinia a bet in the Mako to that top no. But who say enye outstanding no kwan between them ako. Because in their games are against the Diana, if they had won that game, I know outstanding. You could have taken them to that top.
Made I say
a good game. I never what the two teams no, especially
integrity na man for the
coach Obundin, Madam Fui
Johnson Smith. Say Obed ma minti we man for the yaba ma say People's Platini or Fantinu Town. Richie Melan fan ono so de ne dia ba o say nimdi integrity ni say bia onko a wo hye kokoam na obi ahwe o na wonim say ade na ye de ama wo say wo ye no say wo di no kuredie
so no be me dia na make am
so te de me chana say obi ahwe opportunity say de obeye no e bi kwa na obi ehu but wo di no kuredie ebeye na bibia ye kama
obi ahwe ba yankopon de o hwe
ti asemoka obed ma minti we
on we be so we hwe o yankopon ni cover
say ene ball na mbeti so
mba anya de mbi weekend here games no mo be
okay yes omomutu board na sports minister from the first no so mutu no for ye TV no ball no mu you know first the mundi kan tu no for
omonya ne dey
omuntu no for so onne mahama yarega ne Julius de Broma digana for him pa o company o de ko show monsa so mo picture ne buy omo no mo picture buy o me di hamo papa
say because of any ball no munyi no
nyene nko a omo modern ball no e be 3/10 ball no mu you kruman e be na we no ye di aban sika na eyo enye efe ni tiba bi na wakọ ne obi akọtranse no de fine no ka de betimi etwa ye ni abo we are buying adwuma na ya yi ska mamo what you say muntimi nya ne sene mo pebia ye ne oma basa okrum ha dwuno ha won tia say weekend ye Diana Stars e bogu ba bia ni Go Stars the defending champions against currently the team that is on top of the Ghana Premier League yenyi we are yes anyoma we are e ko kan se bui
aso be yi Kotoko ne mediama
ya ji atum say last week o man yi Kotoko match
ambe yi has any vision
okay na Diana ne we
ba se ba ohe game of the week Kotoko ne mediama
na last game of the week Kotoko ne Samates two teams are league no na na ebo o man yi nti eno so mama nyaade o mada they are sleeping on the job adwuma no mo ye no o mada wa adwuma no na say league
at the production
o mada papa na say ense de nyu obi ama ne nse kire nka nkyero mo na ye ja wo mo a me se me ntiase send your select matches no what informs that adia nyame adom they should have a van in the
southern in consultation with the FA.
They should have a van over the southern sector, a van with the northern sector. At least Kabe 6 matches and every weekend. Go Stars match, a Diana match, Kotoko. Yen weekend last week, Brekum Chelsea Diana. She interest with that part. Yen yanum ne obononia have from Potamo. She interest or how much number TV so. Bono, Chama na Leicester City Babaji Premier League. A drew baby, their matches they started positioning at a time at a peak period because they were the most attractive club that time. And now Go Stars our G League. You depend people on one. Why ain't your matches 3 in this season? Then like what is that? Defending champions. We are both nations FC over the weekend. Born number TVs. Open venue back so more pitch stadium near Kama Abrankes account. Enti mo then na ball na mo ton anasa mo ye ne den ye mo ba sa ade mo beton enti ade ne everything be betimi aseli ama make news be so ton Mama down. Omuntu sports minister no for 10. Omuntu for there should be a dedicated channel to see your GTV Sports Plus. And can the papa mumpa they should produce. And can you see sometimes you wonder the business mentality behind some of these things. Abaya is for production, too. So the production house should be producing. Now you BM for other TV stations, so be better right in it. Your bronze, your silver, your platinum. No, I better they will produce for you. Now can make me spread it. You more at a discounted price. You better swab a form so be a bit me yibi. Enti kwesi ada ni be duru no nipa no yi ni station free ha Ghana Premier League or the tour Ghana Premier League. Ni ye de force nkofo de mene nkofo by force. We ya sa de ni mfie be miensa na wo sa ye ni yie me ya akono. Olejibo di agro betimi di product bi akoto obi fie.
Na de ba ko mo camera quality ni so wo fom.
Enti ni nyina aka. Eno ne nna no. Da o ma da no.
Obadi enhene kotoko ne Basake Holy Stars outstanding league game.
Tricky.
And yes,
tricky game, extremely tricky. And your match, no a man for fun and that form. Hearts won at Basake, but Gold Stars got 3-0.
Hearts winning.
Yeah, Hearts got share Basake.
No, only 2-1.
Hearts got show me 2-1. But Kotoko should be very careful. I mean, coming from a coach like Johnson Smith, offer Eugene for fraud here. On the Basake team, no, and I'm someone said I'm performing, you know. They don't have a consistent starting 11. This will be me abo when you are Katano abo, Ediana starting 11 abo, Heart of Lions, if you abo Samates. With me abo 9 players are on any good day, coaching will definitely use them. And your BB Nebia will be in your suspension, will be in your injury, or some switches are. He's definitely going to use it, but you can't say same for Basake because they are not performing. They are not the way, but we check Evans do the lineup. You struggle to see similarities as some common factors. Nipa Beboni will probably be Prince Trenebuano, a former Hamas boy and 3 goals. The rest of the team, Isaiah Akubu about 6 matches. So about 4 of the matches, Isaiah Akubu is not playing. Sylvester Samba about 5 matches. To bear 5 or to bench. That is how the team is, and you're consistent. So when you're playing against such a team, but second match is sent out by TV so. For you to even get videos to analyze their team, see their weakness. What they want to say or more concede. Shani e show mo. But since your game is always on TV, and even if it's not on TV, one Kasao social media team provide highlights. So if you get a good manager, you can sit and watch how teams build up against you. And even watch how you build up because your highlight will focus on your positives. Which your positive will include your attacking strategies. So you can deduce your game plan easily by watching your videos. Between a coach he will assign players to stop specific arrangement of your team, and that can be very tricky, especially so when team hit the beginning of the game. Because exceptional defense. I mean the defense is yet to consider na we go. Wako Chelsea Brekum, Wako Brankes, Wako Haas, Wako Tema.
Sunday omune Samates.
Oh yes, I think Kotko decided there was an end-to-end staff, and the midfield really did not function that well. Midfield no, and the engineer the year na Kotko for an air panel. So playing against Basake is quite difficult. You can trust the Kotko defense. I mean, over the weekend, her penalty a Kamara save here, but can you trust the Kotko attack? That's the big question. Can you trust Peter Akwase the final delivery by exception, and can you trust Kwame Poku after a free injury by when you're a good game against Young Apostles? Can you trust Morfin Dunzu? Nusa Adams is quite busy, but what is he producing? Or try so baby, but or try about 20-30 minutes above Oyerepa free game.
When they winning,
I think Kotoko on paper should be winning. But Jibo, on my here, they should be very, very careful. I quite have a feeling say unbeaten there, I see them protecting it. But on here, I'm to Tom Nome now. If you meant me and Shabasake, you'll be a show. Now, Jibo has
just a minute.
Just a minute. There's a big problem at Heart to Full. Has needs signings, but they are currently under a ban. Almost as I no.
Naban,
of course, now better signing is here.
Oh, say December, baby, on Bessan.
On Bedding. Back on the not quite home. But we and
Omutie.
That is when they paint up such a problem. Hearts team there, the Honor GD building. They have the potential to do wonders. it's not really that bad. So checking our house don't have an issue with goalkeeping. Benjamin Asare and Solomon Agbesi. Then you come to centre back. So Ali Mohammed Company or Kelvin Osesibe. Now boy no more fan free Baba fan free Baba them fan free Golden Cakes, yeah. Solid. Midfield Abdul Aziz, Abdul Karim, Abba. You are seeing a fall and Ponsa picking up.
Yeah, come over where we are. Now, maybe so. Team now, areas out from say.
They just need some few matured players and experienced players.
A telephone share 4:30 on Highway Sports. You better Sankomo we so. Zagito. I'm in TWA.
Okay, so now, Captain Ibisa. So I'm just looking at the tax now. They are taxed with providing strategic guidance.
I only one can tax you. Was a sports minister now former committee when you know one
or the Bawasel person who Senate here with providing strategic guidance in youth development, governance, accountability, and inclusive sports growth. And see, we need the area that they are going to. We share committee now. Honorable Kofi Adams as the chairman, Mrs. Wilhelmina Asamoah, Chief Director of Ministry of Sports and Recreation, Alexander Grant Ntrakwa, Head of Delivery, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Stephen Kuku Owusu, Technical Advisor, Ministry of Education, Miss Amele Nunu Amaltefiu, Director of Legal, Ministry of Finance, Mr. Clens Sunam Akpelo, CEO Suku Technologies, COP Lydia Nyakudonko, Director General CID, Abedi Pele, and the Mr. Michael Esum, Director Finance Administration and Ministry of Sports and Recreation. To win members now, Omo Ekobua, Sports Minister, na Omedi Juma na Yashwe Kwanya before so. Kwanti at a public time, the time na Yewromu Yashwe. What they bring on board, ne Mohammed Mida one minister ama Omujumedi so Ako pay ornament. Jibo, for the foot game lady, I think the Kotoko they have to be worried about the defense. I think Sena Obedeka said they don't have problem. They have problem recently, no. In movie penalty after financing Kumasi BCC na ye ablo ben me record just say nyama a chef for mo yen nanse no na no hwe asedu bobi na odi akwane chi akọ sunu to eti abosi mi referee play on
Samates
eti there's a problem there. And if you control like this, you see, when air consistent, that could be better upon amount. It I think say one area that was a coach in Oceana on the West or Makasa, if they want to win games or maintain the unbeaten runs, because sometimes unbeaten you are come and say team your team are competing in one league though. Has or Bondros after league. So that's not competing, but no Angelique because not all about draws the door. You have to turn the draws into victory. And I guess Basake, maybe I'm there. A game that on paper Kotoko should win. But Enya in this game, they are going back, coming back from a defeat in Tamale. They know say maybe I'm done and yet. They need to get a result to at least boost or more confidence of maybe Omodano. It's a very difficult. And managerial changes now also gives the boys, because today, as I John Smith a better bench, but he'll be there. And everyone will be able to impress the new coach. Say, I have to be in your team. And say, more boys, additional confidence be to play against Kotoko. And say, I say Kotoko, because you say. And no more they lack a lot of personnel injuries almost like a lot of creativity when no money they have to get a game that if they get a result they know say so after this weekend after midweek if anything so and maybe likely for them they ma drop point at 2 against between United and to still announce still obi anko nja obi a but today no we were standing games in there which means if you are not able to win to catch up with Adriana after only a standing game bia do munam pena monko so you have to get the results today against Basake on paper then ke kotoko but you see make no football and send a crew man say league ne tie no any bia Basake won any bra ball ma fa dey jibu they wouldn't want to die easily like to kotoko like that one no
Medase Alhassan Said Zakito Mr. Kwame Owusu Donko ene eyewa woda ene because enena the Facebook de mama no nti happy birthday nyankopon enkoso enye wo kese na wo futuo adane da wo de maye titru Oyerepa Sports team yeda wase nyankopon koso na onhira wo yede mu sia aseda kese ekọ ede ama Oyerepa nsuo eno ani nsuo a sese aba ubia age atumba bia befa bia no edino eye ba kope Oyerepa nsuo ozai
mate se what decree office so we anom Oyerepa
efiaba na yidi yaba eye Oyerepa nsuo mambako mambako oba na monkwam de aba enie obanto so Oyerepa nsuo eno no nti yede mu sia nyame ya adoma no 9 pm yebehia on highway sports na yatoa ensema yentimi anwie anopai besi sabre adumienu na boa ne saa no yatoa ne nyina so ne foforo ayebenya no yede ne nyina beka ho ede amamo yedamase news at 12 toa so ede amamo
Oyerepa kasi na information center sia yedidi so oba pefie nya akontri bo ho afriye asa